G'day, mate. Welcome to Oxygen Included with me, JD. So, first off, I need to thank all you lovely people out there that have been clicking the subscribe button and enjoying the guides I've been putting out. Really appreciate you guys clicking that subscribe button. And because you clicked the subscribe button, hopefully got a notification saying I'm doing a new series. Yes, I'm going to do an Oxygen Included series. Now, there are a couple of things I want to sort of preempt this series with. It's going to be a little bit different. First off, we're going to go through some simple things like mods. I've actually put in a mod, I can't remember what it's called, GS something. It basically lets me, rather than sit here and click re-roll over and over, which was my original plan until I got what I wanted, I can actually go into game settings and pick some of the things I want. So I've gone with Geoactive, so more geysers and vents because they're fun to play with. Metal rich because why not? It just means that I'm going to have more metal on the asteroid rather than having to go after space to go get it. I want a miscalculated pod location, but that's for an entirely separate reason. I have geodes, which is just large chunks of rare metal being deposited around the asteroid. We've got large glaciers, and I've got buried oil. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to hit start game. Now, I know you guys didn't see the dupe selection. We're going to go back and do the dupe selection, because what I actually want to show you is this is what the map is roughly going to look like. Obviously, I'm going to go regenerate a new map in a minute, but we're on Rime, and it's cold. It finally does warm up right at the bottom of the map, and as you see, miscalculated pod location, I'm nowhere near the center. I'm actually going to have no idea where I am when we start this, when I restart this in a second. But yeah, lots of little oil reservoirs dotted around the map. We're going to have lots of geysers here, there, and everywhere. If I just... nope, that's the wrong one. That's going to remove geysers as well. Well, there you go. There's our first gold geyser. There's a cool slush geyser. Perfect on Rime. We've got a salt geyser up here. We've got a infectious polluted oxygen, a natural gas, another natural gas, carbon dioxide. It's going to be fairly well dotted with geysers, which is going to mean a couple of things. One, it's going to mean lots of resources for us to play with. The second thing is it means I'm going to have to constantly be building around these things. Saltwater geyser, copper geyser, carbon dioxide vent, carbon dioxide geyser. So there's going to be lots of different things I'm going to have to build my way around. The hopes of putting together a nice square simple base pretty much out of the question. So I'm going to go start a map legit this time, and I'll show you my dupe selection. Welcome back. So we've got our 3 duplicates. Now, I've spent a long time rolling 3 duplicates I wanted because honestly, it's worth spending the time on your very first duplicates. These are the only 3 where you get to be really selective about what you actually grab. So I've got JD, obviously the leader of the colony, who's fully, awake and alive and eager to get into the colony. And then we have Muppet and we have Martin. As you can see, Martin's is trying to calm down from a panic attack. And Muppet is positive everything's going to be fine, or he just doesn't care. We're really not sure. But yeah, I've got 2 diggers, one with molar hands and one with a quick learner. I actually think molar hands is going to level up faster than the quick learner will. And I have JD, who is our scientist, also our quick learner, who's going to be doing like all the different things inside the base. Now, this colony is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different from every other current Let's Play of Oxygen Included you're seeing right now on YouTube, on Twitch, everywhere else that Oxygen Included is played. We're going to do a Doomsday cult. What do you mean, JD, when you say Doomsday cult? Well, what I mean is after we get started on Rime, that doesn't look very Rime-ish, but we'll bring up the temperature overlay. Yeah, that's Rime. We go from 21 to 14 to -3 degrees. So if I turn off debug mode. So, we are the leader, well, JD in the center, is the leader of a Doomsday cult. It means a couple of things. 1, he's a Doomsday prepper. 2, he runs a cult. So, there's going to be a... Crap, I hear volcano already. That's not going to be good. And I see flooding. So, it means not straight away, but eventually we'll end up taking on sacrifices. Because, you know, every good cult needs a sacrifice or two to keep the gods appeased. So, not right now, but later on as the series progresses, by all means, if you want your name in the series right now, start whacking your names down in the comments. Just tell me you want to be named in the series. Give me some good ideas. I will be taking names from the comments for future duplicates. Any duplicate that has a guaranteed 95-ish % of survival, like Martin and Muppet here, they're both actually taken from my Patreon's list. It's been a long time reward that if you're willing to support the channel in some way or shape or form, then there is a good chance that you will end up in an Oxygen Included playthrough, and there is somewhat of a chance you'll survive to the end. Anyway, first things first, new colony. So we need to start with some basics. First thing I want to do is I want to say life support for everybody, very high. No, toggling, very high. Life support, high. Attacking, high. So, toggling is like turning on switches, enabling, disabling buildings, opening doors, locking doors, all that sort of stuff. So, I want to set toggling to very high, because normally, if I've asked a door to open or close, or anything like that, I want it done now. And there's a reason why I want it done now. It's probably because, you know, I'm trying to trap a critter in or a duplicate out, all that sort of stuff. So, toggling is very high. Life support is obviously high. So, I set it automatically to high for everybody, and all new duplicates will automatically come in and it will be set to high. Attacking, again, I'm going to set to high. It really doesn't matter that much. Lastly, we're going to have our 2 diggers. Really? You didn't 5 seconds ago. Our second digger can't dig. Okay, I'm going to be right back. And we're back. Nothing happened. So, I just went in quickly to... I'll actually link this one down in the description, or I'll forget, at which point you guys will happily remind me. I actually went into the Duplicity web page and edited Martin's traits. And if we now go across to his bio, he is now a yokel, so he can't research. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure I need to go back and check the footage. I'm sure he was a yokel to start with. Anyway, we're going to disallow from everybody doing research, except JD. JD is obviously going to be our researcher because he has a skill of 10. And I'm also going to set JD... nothing at the moment. We're just going to really prioritize their main traits, then we're going to go forth from there. So, first thing we actually need to do is game speed of 1. We just need to get some digging done, and done, so we have some raw resources. So, I need to pick where I want to put in a ladder to go up and down. So, that's water at not very cold. Maybe that's just water. I'm starting to wonder if this is a steam vent. No, I don't hear a steam vent. Okay, so I want to pick a ladder to go up and down. Obviously, this water looks like it's going to cause me some issues. We have water over here. Ice, unknown. Is it warm over there? Nope. We've got water here and water here. I'm going to want to get all this water combined, but not right now. I'm actually thinking like right here seems like a good spot to bring my ladder. Ran out of resources. Okay, dig some more. Priority 6. As long as I don't hit any oxalite, I call that a win. Okay, so that's that. Because we're on Rhyme, we want to harvest everything. As soon as it's available, we want to harvest it. Number 1 priority this early on is I need to get bathrooms running. That's going to be really critical. So, priority 6 down to here. Actually, we're just going to go priority 4. All of these ladders. All of these ladders. We want them done, but we don't want to... We don't want to have to change the priority of everything else. So I need to get in here with plumbing, a pitcher pump right there. We're going to do What do I want? I want medicine. Wash basin. That's what I'm looking for. I want... So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then plumbing, outhouse, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be our bathroom. And I'm really hoping I don't have to move it. But obviously I don't need quite that much built at once. I just need that much built in. Now, unfortunately, everybody's going to be really slow at digging. Now, that's something I'm going to have to work my way around wherever possible. But there's going to be a little bit of, like, I have to just accept that people are going to be slow to dig. You know, they will speed up over time, but early game, it's going to take a while for these guys to get anything dug out. So we need our bathroom. That's actually priority number 1. Actually, priority number 2 is our schedule. We want to add a new schedule. We want to move everybody to this schedule. And this is one of those things I do to just cheat myself out a little bit of extra work time. We're just going to have them work straight through the night. Yeah, oxygen's a problem. We'll get to oxygen slowly. We're going to knock out those tiles, just so we've got a little bit more room for oxygen to pass through. So we need to get the bathroom done, the pitcher pump done. We need to get dirt in the outhouse, water in the pitcher pump, and then we should be good. So next thing I actually need is I need the bedrooms. So we need a couple of tiles in there. We need furniture. I want to leave... So, I want to... In the end game, I want to be able to have a ladder, a fire pole, and a transport tube. Possibly. Up and down the whole base. So, really early on... I want to... Furniture. I want to make sure that I leave enough room either side of this central ladder to make sure I get everything else put in. So the plan is, yeah, leave a couple of tile, well, leave a 1 tile gap either side, then build my first piece of platform, which I'll put a couple of doors on, and then we're going to try and get our bedroom done. Now, again, this is high priority. I need to get, actually, I need to get you done, and you done. Need to get the dirt in there, need to get the water in here. Really? Oh, unreachable dig. You know what? We're just going to move it down a tile. Right there. Yeah, I hear a volcano. That's 79 degrees. I have a volcano in here of some sort already. I'm hoping it's just steam, but it might not be. Okay, pitch pump's done. If somebody will supply water from there to there, we've got our bedrooms done. We're actually done for our, like, we're in cycle 1 and we're pretty much good to go. Obviously, I need a couple more bathrooms. So we're going to put those in real quick. I need to pop into here to get this oxygen out. But yeah, you'll notice JD is doing the supply route, well, the construction and the supply, whereas Martin and Muppet, our 2 Super Saiyans, are quite happily running around digging everything. And that's really the way I want it. I want Muppet and Martin to do as much digging as possible, and JD to just like do all the other tasks early game. We want to... Really? I still haven't found any metal? Or I just haven't dug it? Okay, I haven't dug it. So we're going to go straight into there. I'm going to go across there. Across there. I hope people are putting food away. They're eating. Oh, I left them on. It's alright, we've got everything done. They can have a nap. Okay, end of first cycle. We got bedrooms done, we got bathrooms done. We're going to have a little bit of a problem first thing in the morning with multiple duplicates wanting to use the same bathroom. Bath time. You know what? I'm just going to open it up and give them a little bit more bath time. just so they can get to the bathroom. They won't pee anywhere unless they have to, so... There we go, we've got JD off to the bathroom already. Oh no, he's off to build the bathroom. Okay, well in that case, work time. Yeah, I know, just dig out this and then you'll have some oxygen. Okay, so that's number one. Bedrooms, bathroom. Okay, next thing I want to get done is I actually want to get research done. I want to get on the research as fast as possible. There we go. There's the metal. Okay, so pneumatic doors. I want pneumatic door there and there, which is going to drop that sand. So I want pneumatic door on there to make that a barracks. I want a germ overlay. I want to set you to 20,000 germs to start with, because I really don't want them disinfecting anything this early in the game. So yeah, I want to set this up as barracks. I want to set this up as a latrine. We're going to knock out the top tiles in there, knock out the tiles in there. So that room's finished. This one is 8. We want to take out 16 tiles, but I do not want to dig out the oxalite, because anything you dig out halves its mass. At the moment, the oxalite is giving us oxygen. If I dig it up, its mass is going to halve, and therefore the amount of oxygen we get is also going to halve. Same with these ones. I don't want to dig these ones out. I do want to have that copper. In fact, I really want a lot of copper to get things started. Power. I need a manual generator. I need a... Okay. I need more copper. So hopefully I can get these two boys digging as fast as possible. And that's another thing I want to do. I want to set the priority up on our food storage. So hopefully JD takes care of putting things in food storage rather than other things. And I'm starting to think I'm going to have to give... No, they're just going to look around for different dig tasks. And then if they get desperate, then that's when they'll come help. Okay, we want... Research station. Still need more metal. Okay, it's that stuff set to priority 4. Alright, set it back to priority 5. Because we need to expand north and south. Actually, boys can come in here. Dig up and over that oxalite, and then dig their way back down. Duplicates can jump up 2 tiles, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. We're going to have that, we're going to have that. In fact, we're going to have everything from here to here. You're just going to keep digging this way till you run out of things that you can dig. Stations! Research station, that's what I want. And I want power, battery, 1 right there. Okay. The 2 Super Saiyans are going to keep digging, and like I said, I just want them to dig all the way out to here. Actually, we can keep going. Basically, we want to go as far as we can before the game stops us with, like, something that's too hard for us to dig. GD, what are you doing? Oh, putting food in storage. It's probably not the most important thing, but we have everything ready for a research station. So, on the research tree, normally I'd say let's go straight into food prep. And actually, no, I'm going to do the exact same. I actually want the mess table. That's the item I want. I want to be able to make a kitchen. Great hall. A great hall. That's the words I'm looking for. So, boys are going to go out there. They've dug lots that way. We're going to give them now the order to dig in here. I want a great hall. I want to... Great hall has to be 32 to... What? Oh, it's 1 tile too big. I'm just going to put a block in there. If I just put a block in there, that'll give me the morale bonus. Okay. So we want to go doors there. We want to go 16 by 4 is 64 tiles. 64 tiles should be the exact size I want for a Great Hall. We're going to put in 2 doors there and there. You might ask, why am I putting 2 doors one above one another? The reason is airflow. It lets air in and out of the room. Woohoo! We've got our barracks and we've got our latrines. We've got 2 rooms done already. Unfortunately, Jetty's got to run on his own wheel to do his own research. But he will fly through research fairly quickly. We've almost got the first one done and dusted. And then we'll move on to the next one. Remember I said toggle? Toggle's really high priority. People should come straight away and start opening these doors. There we go. That's our next duplicate. Yeah, look, we're going to pick our next duplicate. So I have 3 choices. I have the care package. I don't want a care package this early on. I want somebody who to run around and do all the things that JD has been doing at the moment. So there's building, that is delivering, that is supplying, that is getting on the manual wheel and running. It's all that sort of stuff. On top of that, I need to plan for the future and try and get a future dupe. There's lots of pros and cons to your 4th dupe, and I need to pick somebody who I'm going to be happy with in the long run. So we have Lindsay, who's unconstructive. That's a bit of a problem because I'd really like them to do building stuff right now. We have Lyra, who the athletics is not really going to help us that much because they're going to be doing a lot of running around early on and they will get that athletics over time. The machinery operate speed means running on the wheel, they'll actually perform that task faster. So that's not a bad one. Decorating and supply, again, not a bad one for just moving crap around the base. So there's our 3 choices. So cannot dig, cannot build, and bathroom speed. I'd love actually Lindsay for the ranching because I am going to want a rancher. But at the moment we're going to go with Otto, who I'm going to pick a name from Patreon. We're going to go with Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for supporting the channel. Welcome to the colony. I promise you maybe not a long life, but hopefully a good life. Hopefully a fun life. Hopefully you last to the end of the cycle. Okay. So, Chris automatically comes with 1 skill point, ready to go. It is one of the advantages of new dupes. They already come with that 1 skill, so they're actually the first one you get a skill point out of. Meanwhile, Muppet, GD, and Martin are only halfway out. So, if you're trying to get out of your early biome and you need to get very firm digging to get out of your starting biome because you've dug out everything else and you haven't managed to level up, it can happen. Yeah, your very first duplicate that you print will have that option. So at the moment, we're going to take Chris and we're going to give him improved carrying. The art is pointless for us at this stage. So we're going to give him, improved carrying with a hat. We're also going to go into priorities. He already can't dig. He already can't research. We're going to give him supplying as a +1 and storing as a +1. And operate as a +1. And building, cooking, decorating, operating, ranching, building. That one. +1s all around. So we want him to do everything else basically. So we've got our very first one. We've got our basic food done. Next one I want is advanced research. So we're going to go straight to advanced research. Normally I'd stop for coal power, but once I get coal power, I need a smart battery anyway, which means advanced research. Like everything else in your basic research tree. Electrolyzer's not a bad idea. Plumbing's not a bad idea. There's there are a few options, but realistically 9 times out of 10, you want to get your duplicate off the wheel. So normally you need a coal generator with a smart battery. That one, along with automation wire, which is all the way down here. And do that, you need advanced research. So this is normally the next one I grab. So we're going to get that done. We're going to go into food prep. We're going to go into furniture, mess tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots. Done. Okay, we're going to put down some tables. We're going to set the priority 1, 2, 3, 4. Priority really low on those ones. Oh, Martin doesn't have a bed. Not Martin. Chris. Chris probably deserves a bed. Small oversight. It's fine. So that's a room. Okay, so it's too big to be a mess hall because of this cutout at the top. But it's not too big to be a great hall. We just need a decor item with plus 20 decor and a recreational building, which are both things we're going to build. I think this is probably where I'm going to leave this first episode. We've got our first basic barracks got up and running. We have our basic toilets. I've got loose shine bugs. I'm going to set those doors to auto so I don't have shine bugs wandering into our bedroom. We have explored far to the right already, and, well, there's water over there at 22 degrees. So we have some warm patches of liquid already, which are probably the fault of geysers. But that's all we can really see at the moment. We are still digging, and we are still researching. In fact, actually, that research finished. So, what did I say? Let's go with automation. And close. So, in the next episode, we'll come back. We'll finish off the automation. We'll finish off our mess hall / great hall, and we're going to do as much exploring as we possibly can, and probably consolidate all our water, that we've got looser all over the map. Anyway, that's where we're going to end this episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, Patreons have been as long time Patreon perk that you could have your name chosen and thrown into the map, which means you have a increased chance of survival. But this time around, I'm also going to be taking names from the YouTube comments, but you are going to have a greatly diminished chance of surviving. You're going to be a sacrifice, but we're not going to have them just yet. So if you want to have yourself named in the comments, by all means, tell me so down named in the series. By all means, tell me so down in the comments below. I'm going to leave the I'm going to leave the first episode here. Thoughts, comments, suggestions, all that sort of fun stuff down in the comments section below, along with anything I screwed up along the way. Lastly, if you want to like the video, I'd appreciate it. And being it is the very first episode of a new series, I always appreciate it if you like it, you share it, you tell your friends, you post it all over social media, because it really, really helps. Those first episodes are really, really important. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed it. See you guys in the next one. Bye.